Hey guys, welcome to another reading. My name is Johanna. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe if you enjoy pick-a cards, general readings, which is what this one is going to be, as well as just information about health and wellness and healing and that sort of thing, because I do have a podcast on here as well. We are going to dive in and look at the energy of spring and what spring has to kind of bring us collectively. We're going to look at some kind of more general energy first, and then we're going to get into some career and money messages, as well as some love messages as well. So, yeah, I may or may not put like timestamps maybe down below, depending on what you're kind of looking for. But yeah, spring of 2024 is here. So we are going to take a look at things. So hopefully you guys are doing well. Definitely like this video. If you feel inclined to, it definitely helps spread the word, as well as commenting. Yeah, let me know how you're feeling. Let me know what resonates with you, what doesn't resonate with you. We're going to kind of dive in here. So spring 2024, what do we need to know collectively? I'll kind of try to hold these cards up when we talk about them. I see a lot of like shifting and changing in the sense of like almost this sense of trying to achieve something or trying to find something, but like kind of going through these different layers of it. So I'm going to pull from this oracle as well, and one other one here. I'm kind of using like all different oracles. I'm using the Green Witch Oracle deck. This one is the Sacred Forest. And then we're also going to use the messages from the Spirits of Nature Oracle. Yeah, I feel like there's like a sense of like trying to accomplish something or trying to find like happiness here. At the bottom of the deck of this deck, we have happiness. And then at the bottom of the Green Witch's Oracle, we have stability. So there's like a sense of stability and simplicity with soil. So it's like, yeah, like there's a sense of like trying to grow something or trying to achieve something, but something that like genuinely would make you feel happy. Now I've got lots of cards out here, but I'm going to just pull from this deck before we kind of get into it. Let me know if you're focused on any sort of like goals right now, or if you're have like an intention towards something in your life that you're looking at working on. I know I've got my stuff that I'm working on here. Yeah, there's definitely like clarity that's coming through. Okay. Yeah, and then we have breakthrough at the bottom of the deck here. So I feel like this, I mean, you could call it like a quarter, right? Like this spring season. Some of you, this could be throughout the year. I was picking up on that like earlier before I even did the reading. I feel like, so the first card that came out here was clarity with the earthworm here. It says clarity and rumination. So if you look at like this earthworm, it's actually like coming out from underground. So some of you could be having clarity of like how you're going to be moving forward. I almost feel like you've created this sense of stability almost within yourself, where now you feel comfortable to kind of like move out and like move and blossom in some area of your life. I do feel like we do have prosperity, luck, and love here. So again, there definitely is, for those of you who are looking for love, I feel like love could be coming in because you've done this deeper work on yourself. Like you feel safe within yourself. You maybe have a deeper connection to yourself as well when it comes to just like you wanting someone but not needing someone in that sense, right? Like you feel whole and complete kind of like on your own. But with that, I'd also see you like working on also material goals or harvesting something or looking at like reaping the fruits of your labor, right? And this says determination and hard work. So there's like this sense of, I feel like for a lot of you, you've already been putting in the work and you will start to see the rewards of those things. It's kind of like the energy of going from winter into spring, like things can finally blossom, right? But it doesn't go without its work, its challenges, right? I feel like the rain with cleansing and purification and hydration, you're also going to, as you move through these changes here, or as you move through this like blossoming, you're going to have to make sure that you're giving back to yourself continually through that process as well. So I see for some of you, you've like really been nourishing yourself. You've really been like looking after yourself, but there's going to be needing that continued, like really making sure the soil is healthy along the process as well. It's like putting yourself first in the sense of like understanding just like what you need on a personal level, and then it's like everything on the outside can kind of like blossom from that. Now we have also freedom, activation, truth, and strength here in these cards. And I feel like this is like, again, like trying to create some sort of like freedom or alignment within yourself, especially with this like freedom and activation. This is like you going after something you want, even the truth and the strength. It's like you being courageous and bold to just go after the things that you want to have in your life, the things that feel good for you, the things that feel in alignment for you. I would say if you're not doing any sort of like spiritual work or like helping yourself feel safe in your body and just like yourself, helping yourself feel grounded, doing those things is going to help activate you to be able to like stand in your truth and stand in the things that you want to have in your life, and like almost in a way like having boundaries in the sense that you know that you are not going to accept less than what you feel you deserve, right? So there's kind of that sense there. I feel like there could be some moments, we do have waves here with the ocean. I feel like there could be like emotional ups and downs throughout this time period that I feel like, one, you're going to gain wisdom from, like these experiences, these turbulent maybe times. I feel like it's emotionally though, with it being water, like you're going to gain wisdom, but I also feel like you have the wisdom within yourself to kind of like work through these energies, but you will have to focus on your faith. You're going to have to kind of maintain some sense of, again, like divine kind of connection, or just even like a ritual, a routine of connecting to source, connecting to spirit, like a sense of really relying on your faith in the sense of, you know, not just like sitting there and believing like, oh, everything's going to be great, but like really harnessing that connection to faith. Like, I feel like the faith is more of like this higher divine. And then you're going to be able to kind of like release these things. So I feel like there's like practices that you may need to implement to help release tension, or to release emotional kind of like baggage, or like things to kind of, again, just keep you in this grounded, balanced energy, so that you can continue focusing on what you're trying to create or what you're trying to have or manifest in your life here. I feel like you are going to have some sense of breakthrough, and even behind that we have movement. Okay, so it's like there's going to be things that shift and move, but I do feel like you could be experiencing like highs and lows, but you're going to be almost like tested here to really kind of like stand in your strength and keep putting the work in and keep connecting back to yourself and the divine, and like really kind of like maintaining and harnessing that like spiritual connection, however that looks for you. so that you can cleanse. We have release and we have this rain energy, which are both like cleansing, purifying, releasing type of energies. So they're like, you're going to need to incorporate the things that you can do for that. Now, for some of you, you're also getting like this release emotionally in the sense of like needing to process your feelings. For some of you, I'm getting anger specifically, like needing to process these things so that you can like release it from your body. And again, it's just to maintain that balance, right? You gain the lesson, you gain the wisdom, you gain the insight from that experience and that emotion, but then you can release it and move through it and keep moving forward. So it's not like holding you back. So let's get some tarot on this. This is the Cozy Witch Tarot deck. What do we need to know collectively for spring 2024? We have Justice as the first card. Yeah, look at that. It says, stick to your truth and everything will turn out just fine. I really feel like this is like, again, the Justice card is about maintaining balance as well. And it's also about cause and effect. So again, with regards to like manifesting and creating things, it's not about like having this perfect energy all the time, but we do have to recognize when we're maybe needing to focus on self to kind of recorrect, to then go back out. Because if we're in that energy all the time, then that's not going to support us either. We have the Chariot. It says you'll never get anywhere if you keep standing still. Ace of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. So some of you have like a new passion, something new and exciting here with this Ace of Wands that I feel like you're meant to take action towards. You're meant to really invest time and energy. And the Seven of Pentacles here says nurture what you have and see how it grows and grows. So investing in your passions, investing in the things that make you feel good, the things that bring excitement and creativity and just happiness and joy to your life, right? We had that happiness card at the bottom of the deck here. This is really about like you cultivating a life that you feel good about through your truth, like being in your truth and taking action from a place, again, of that, like that balance and that recognition. And if you find yourself like not taking action from that place, that's okay, right? I find, at least what I found in my life is like, if I take action from a place of maybe not being fully in alignment or just not energetically maybe being in the right space or having the right intention, if I'm kind of like a little more unconscious around things, then I just find it doesn't work out or it doesn't like move the way I want it to. And that's a lesson in itself, right? To just like take that lesson. It's like, oh, when I act or come from the place of this, or my intentions aren't clear, then I don't get the results that I want, which helps you just be more intentional and more grounded in the approach like next time, right? So just take them as like lessons. Yeah, we have Eight of Swords here. It says stop overthinking it, just do it. I think this is like part of that what you're releasing. We have King of Pentacles. True success isn't just about money, it's about happiness too. And we have Ace of Pentacles. Wow, what an abundant opportunity. So some of you could have a couple things here, like with the two aces. I feel like, again, if you have like a career thing or a business thing or even something financial that you're like an opportunity around you, I feel like it's about, okay, yes, it might be an abundant opportunity, but with this King of Pentacles, it says it's about happiness too. So it's also making sure that there's this Ace of Wands connected to it, where there's this passion, this creativity, this joy, this excitement about it. So if, again, that'll kind of showcase to you whether it's something that's meant for you or not, is how you feel around the situation. Yeah, we have the Fool card with the Cozy Witch. It says, take a chance, for each morning is a new beginning, at the bottom of the deck here. It's almost like there's a leap of faith, or like, again, kind of like what I said with this earthworm poking its head out of the soil and out of the ground. It's almost like you're putting yourself out there, having to kind of start and embrace some newer energy here, possibly new physical things too, or like monetary things. But I just also feel like it's like maybe grounding an idea or starting something. Like even if it's just creative or a project or something, it's like you're starting it and you're having to invest a lot of energy, but you have to like take the initiative, take the action, which I almost feel like you could be kind of like getting in your head about with this Eight of Swords. And I feel like the oracles are indicating like understanding when you're kind of in that wonky Eight of Swords energy and creating balance here in that, right? Creating balance with the Justice card, because you're going to go through these highs and lows, right? The waves. You're going to probably go through good energies and bad energies, in the sense of like feeling good about things and then like maybe not feeling so hot about things, right? And maybe wanting to give up and that sort of thing. And I feel like when you're in this Eight of Swords, that's where when you're really needing to look at this like releasing energy, or really needing to take a look at what's really going on here emotionally, right? And mentally, like what's kind of like driving this Eight of Swords energy here, and going back to creating that stability within yourself so then you can continue to kind of like take action and move forward here. So I feel like there is like career stuff here with this. I mean, there's definitely prosperity, luck, and love. So, but I feel like career wise, it's about doing what you love, making money, doing the things you love, even if it's a job, right? Just like genuinely feeling good about where you work and what you do, and enjoying what you work towards, or what maybe your company like has to like offer, right? Or what they stand for. It's just feeling connected to, you know, a sense of like, not that it is your purpose, but a sense of purpose in the sense that you feel connected to what it is that you do in some capacity here, in order to get something off the ground. Like some of you career-wise could be looking at starting a new job that you do feel more connected to, you do feel more passionate about. I feel like for some of you with the Seven of Pentacles, like you could also have been maybe in school or learning something, and now you have to kind of like step into that industry. Let's see. This is the Career and Life Oracle deck. I got it off of Amazon. It's a new deck that So let's see. What do we collectively need to know about career and business for spring? Yeah, look at that. We have success. It says the path you're on will bring you success and prosperity if you just keep going. Lots of little steps take you a long way. You're on track. So you're doing the right things. But again, it's like taking those steps. I'll take the top card that I saw, which is connections. And it says, build bridges between people, contact those who can help you. Your actions set you up for the next opportunity. So people around you, there may be connections, or like in your network, or maybe it's even just building those connections, like creating new connections. We also have wealth and we have harmony. So wealth says you're working towards real wealth and prosperity in your life. Keep investing in yourself and look into long-term career planning. And then we have harmony, which says it's important for you to have quiet, peaceful work atmosphere in order for you to thrive. Working at home or for yourself is best. And now just because you work from home or you work by yourself doesn't mean you don't have these connections, right? And these connections don't always have to be right into our career. This could even be like somebody that you know that's in a similar field as you. You might not work together, but you have a connection where you can kind of bounce ideas off each other, or, talk about things. We also have many choices, which says you have options even if you don't see them right now. Get creative and look around. Pull a card for each option to see what's best. So yeah, some of you might have multiple ideas, especially if you have like, again, if you're applying for new jobs, or if you're like looking at business things, or, ideas that you have. Again, I did mention like the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, so there might be multiple things kind of going on here. I see there being success though. And definitely the ability to make money doing what you want to do. Some of you, I feel like if you're maybe getting a new job, there might be like a raise of some sort, or like you're increasing your finances in some capacity here. Business-wise as well, I could just feel like you could be doing well. I feel like though this harmony is also indicating kind of what I was talking about before of like making sure that you're in harmony with yourself, right? In harmony with, you know, just balance, in order to keep things moving forward and just keep taking those like little steps here. So let's see with like people with like a job, and then we'll look at like people with like businesses, and then we'll look at like money. Does that work? Okay, so job, we have 10 of Cups. We also have the 5 of Pentacles. Sorry, I got lots of cards here. Let's get one more here for job and career stuff. We have Judgment and we have 4 of Cups. Interesting. So 10 of Cups says that, okay, but sometimes it's really all rainbows and smiles. The 5 of Pentacles is nothing is ever as hopeless as it seems. The Judgment says all the signs say that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And then we have 4 of Cups. Try to not be so picky, okay? Some of you could feel, yeah. And then we have the Patient, which is the Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck. It says learning to get comfortable with sitting still whenever necessary. I feel like for some of you with regards to like a job or a career, it's like there could be a decision with the Judgment, but it's almost like you're kind of in this in-between where I feel like some of you feel like you're missing happiness, you're missing that connection to your work, like just again, like somehow it's like you feel like you're missing something. I feel like with this 5 of Pentacles, like you just feel like there's a like, I don't want to say a loss, but it's like you just feel like there's an iciness, right? A coldness in the sense of, and even with this 4 of Cups, like just not feeling 100% about things. I feel like you're almost like looking for this 10 of Cups, but with the Judgment card, it's like you may have to make a decision around you may have to make a decision around like your current state of like your current job or your current place. I feel like though you're kind of on pause though. I don't really see you taking like, I see you having almost like to mentally make a decision, but like the not necessarily like taking the action part. That could be part of this, but I just feel like some of you might need a different perspective on your current place in order to shift your vibration around it. Like maybe your outlook is lacking, or it's just not so positive. But at the same time, if it doesn't feel fulfilling or if it's not really connecting with you, I just feel like maybe it's time to let something go. And maybe that's the signs and the symbols that you're kind of getting. It's time to move on. It's time to shift it in some way. Maybe even like move to a different department or like, yeah, a different like part of what you do or where you work. So I feel like you're kind of contemplating. Some of you, it's like maybe the people you're around at work, or like you might not feel a part of the group. I feel like you're having to kind of reevaluate. And some of you might need more of that quiet workspace. Like maybe you need to not be so much a part of the group, but where you get your time alone, and that gives you that break that you need from the group. Or some of you maybe need to be more a part of the group, right? Like if you feel like you're actually more like isolated and stuff, you may need to work on the connections, right? We had that connections. Because I feel like with the 4 of Cups, there could be an opportunity here for you, but it's almost like you're having to pick or you're having to choose. You're just not sure. Let me get one more here for this picking and choosing in the Judgment here. We have 13 with Broom, which I believe would be the Death card. And it says, tidy up your life so you can make space for something better. So yeah, you might be kind of like looking at making some sort of transition change. We do have the moon here. Time for deep self-reflection is essential. So again, I feel like you're having to kind of dive in and again, see what like lights you up, or if you feel connected, or, you know, do I stay or do I go, in that sense, like needing to make some sort of shift or change. And I feel like if you're making a shift or change, it's because you don't feel fully connected to what you're doing, or you don't feel fully in alignment. It's just not, it's not hitting all the buttons kind of thing. Now let's see if you are business, you're working on a business. What do I need to know about business things in spring for 2024? We have the Devil card, which says toxic witches, be cautious of those who take more than they give. Some of you, you might not maybe be feeling properly compensated or reciprocated. We also have the King of Cups. Always compose yourself before giving a response. We have the Two of Pentacles. When life gets chaotic, find a way to get grounded and be balanced. That is literally like this entire reading. Be balanced and grounded. Okay. Let me get one more here. Or two. We also have Two of Cups, which is some people are like a pumpkin to your spice. And we have the Emperor here. Being the authority of your own life comes with a lot of responsibility. And then we have the Ace of Cups. Do you feel that in your heart? That's potential dear, which is at the bottom. So you have the opportunity to really build some good connections, I feel like, when it comes to your career. I do see you being like a leader, authority. This could even be like good connections when it comes to like your clients as well, or if you work with people in some way. I do feel like, though, there could be some, I'm getting like an imbalance in how you're either being compensated or how things are being received. So someone is taking more than they're giving. But then with this Two of Pentacles, it's like when life gets chaotic and it feels ungrounded, find a place to become balanced, right? So it's like there's this sense of, I almost feel like too, it could be depleting, like feeling depleted energetically or emotionally in your connections, or feeling that you could even be the one who's like giving too much. And so you're feeling almost like this sense of resentment or bitterness because you're over giving, trying to maybe prove something, or you could just be putting a lot of energy into your career, and therefore you feel like maybe other aspects of your life are suffering. I feel like if you feel that way, like if you feel like there's this imbalance of what you're gaining versus what you're giving in some capacity, it's like needing to make sure you're giving back to yourself. Like going back to what we talked about before, that balance and feeling supported, it starts with us doing that for ourselves, and then it kind of trickles out into the rest of our life. And so I feel like if you run some sort of business, it's like making sure that you're not working. The Devil card could definitely be like overworking or being like a workaholic type thing, especially with the Emperor here. I feel like you're like you run the ship kind of. And so, and you give a lot with this King of Cups, you give a lot emotionally to your connections, but if you're not getting that in return, either through yourself or through, I feel like it's usually through ourselves because we put other people in front of us, and then we don't allow ourselves to give back to ourselves. We don't allow ourselves that time. So I feel like self-care kind of in this season is going to be important for you, so that your connections can still continue to thrive and you don't feel bitter about them. Because I don't really feel like it's like the connections are bad. I feel like it's more of that you're kind of getting out of balance because you're giving maybe too much. Now, obviously, if you have a connection somewhere where it's like things don't feel balanced or feel respectful in some way, then I would definitely consider like making some sort of change or figuring out how can we fix this. But I think a lot of it is going to be you kind of going inward and giving yourself time and space. Let's see about money. Let's see, where's the money going here? We have the Moon. We have the Fool. So the moon says take a time for deep self-reflection is essential. And then we have take a chance for each morning is a new beginning. What does the collective need to do about money? We have temperance, let go of self-imposed limitations. And then we have sometimes you have to be willing to bend the rules a little with the Knight of Wands. And we have Six of Cups. Give yourself the compassion you were never given. So I feel like financially, I see you guys self-reflecting and healing a lot of like when it comes to like money mindset things. Working on those things from the past. I feel like though there's a need for you to be compassionate towards yourself or be kind to yourself through this process, especially if you're feeling some sort of like weird resistance stuff with being like with regards to your finances. The Fool and Knight of Wands would indicate to me that's like there needs to be some sort of like action taken here. So I'm not sure if this would be with regards to like starting something new or changing something so that you can start a new chapter. Like, I don't know if this would, I mean, this could be anything. It could be like budgeting, or it could be like taking a new approach to your finances, or maybe taking a new mindset approach to your finances, right? But it's like there is kind of this new chapter that wants to get started, but I feel like there's fear around it. Or again, like those limiting beliefs are kind of popping up here. But I feel like they're coming up for you to process them. So self-reflecting and kind of really going within. It's interesting that we pulled up the Moon card. So there could be more specifically around like the eclipse season, this could be coming up for you. But I feel like it's about being kind to yourself and being gentle with yourself and not like forcing yourself to make change, but maybe doing something a little out of your comfort zone. So it's not like you're taking a risk, but it's just doing something that you're just like, oh, like this feels different. It feels weird, kind of. Then we have the Seven of Cups. It says, not every great option you're given will be a great option for you. And then we have Ten of Pentacles. Having it all looks different to everyone. I feel like for some of you with money, it's like the way you go about maybe making money could look different compared to like the people in your life, or your path maybe looks very different than the people in your life. And so it's just being like kind and like respectful towards yourself and just being, yeah, like compassionate towards, again, there's like lots of options or ways to make money, right? And so I feel like that, I feel like it's just allowing yourself to explore ways of making money. Like some of you could be looking at different avenues or different, like having multiple income streams or something like that. But I do feel like you're going to be working through some money blocks or mindset things when it comes to like doing some deeper work when it comes to money. But again, we did have wealth, which says you're working towards real wealth and prosperity in your life. Keep investing in yourself and look to long-term career planning. So again, it's like that self-reflection, the work that you do on yourself is going to help bring you the success. You're on the right path. It says the path you're on will bring you success and prosperity if you just keep going. Lots of little steps take you a long way. You're on track. So I don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. I think you're just like in a process kind of. So let's look at love. We're going to let's look at singles first, if you're not dealing with anybody. We'll look at singles first, then we'll look at people who are like maybe dealing with a person in their life, and then we'll look at like those in a relationship. So singles, what do you need to know about spring 2024 in love? What do singles need to know? I'm getting that, I think it's called career and finances in this. There's a card that talks about your finances. And I feel like for some of you, maybe if you're single, you could be more focused on that right now, or it's affecting your love life. We have past life relationship here for singles. It says you have known each other before. So some of you have like we have the Star. Have faith that healing is in the forecast. Some of you are hoping and wishing for a soulmate here. Someone who feels like home. Someone who feels like you've known them before. Some of you are really kind of like, I think we have the Page of Swords here, so you could be like kind of looking, or you could be, you know, looking to date or being open to that. But I feel like you're kind of in this like explorative phase, but I do feel like manifestation wise, you're trying to manifest like a healthy relationship, but one that you feel like there's this like deep connection to. I feel like a healthy relationship is in the future for you. So I feel like allow yourself, that Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck, to like explore your options, right? I feel like you're gonna, if you meet someone, you're gonna feel like you've known them before, like the person that is for you in that sense. So let's look at someone who, for those of you who are dealing with people but not maybe in a relationship, who have options or people around you. What do they need to know about love? We have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. We have codependency here. Addictions are affecting your romantic life is also at the bottom here. I'm going to get a tarot before I... What is this here for those dealing with others? We have Five of Cups. Spilled tea isn't the end of the world. Interesting. I almost feel like you're going through whatever you're going through with regards to a relation, or I wouldn't even say a relationship, but like a person in your life here. Like if you're not quite dating, or there might be different beliefs you have around relationships. I almost feel like this could be, you're almost like going through this experience. If you feel like it's not going the way that you want with the Five of Cups, I almost feel like it's doing that because it's like with the Hanged Man here, you're meant to see relationships from a different perspective. It's like almost like it's teaching you something. Like it's almost like part of your spiritual path in the sense of like you're just meant to see something. And like there could be a codependent pattern here with people. Like maybe like there's something around like maybe you really want a relationship, but you keep finding people who are like not on the same page as you. And it's like having you take a look at things. This could be just like wanting to be in a relationship, so you're kind of bending your own boundaries in order to just have people around. And like I was definitely like this, I would say, like in my relationships, when I really took a deeper reflection at things, I was like, yeah, there's definitely this like codependent pattern where I felt like I was just so happy or excited that people would be interested in me, right? And so it's like I wanted to keep those people around when they really weren't going anywhere or giving me what I truly desired in a relationship. And then once I released that and I took that reflection, I was like, okay, no, I need to stand my ground and my boundaries. I attracted the partner in a relationship that I wanted. So it's like weird how it seems so complicated and challenging sometimes in the moment, but then when you really look back on it, because I feel like you're maybe in the people that you're dealing with, it's not coming together the way that you wanted. Let's get one more of this oracle here for you guys, those dealing with someone but not in a relationship. Yeah, we have romantic feelings. It says your feelings are your feelings are real and worth exploring. We also have new love here at the bottom of the deck, but I feel like some of you need to like look for new people. I almost feel like this Five of Cups would indicate like your feelings are real in the sense of like you might be having not the best feelings about the situation, and that's real and worth exploring and diving into of like, why do I not feel like this is like, why isn't this going the way that I want? Why am I unhappy in this relationship? Is it because we want different things? But I feel like spiritually it's like teaching you something so that you can change the pattern and then, you know, move beyond it. Now let's look at those in a relationship. I mean, hopefully you're happy and in a relationship. Let's look at those in a relationship for spring 2024. Where's their relationship going? So we have you deserve love, and it says you are lovable. Let's see what these are. We have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And then we have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Some of you just might, because there's unrequited love at the bottom of the deck, which says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Some of you might realize that the person you're in a relationship with is maybe not your person, or it's just not what you want. Others of you, though, I almost feel like you are in the right relationship, but there's maybe some turbulence when it comes to like you're feeling like there's a disconnect between the two of you some way. Yeah, interesting. We have the 10 of Swords, hurt people, and hurt witches. We have the 5 of Swords, which says you can't be right all of the time. And then we have the 7 of Wands, witches should hold other witches accountable. I feel like there's like resistance here. Again, some of you, this could be like realizing that maybe someone's not actually for you, and holding your boundaries and realizing like I need to stand firm in this and know that you deserve love, and you're maybe not getting that. Others of you, though, I just feel like there's like one of the partners could be going through something which is causing this kind of like barrier here. Yeah, we have the Hermit. Like someone's almost like retracting a bit. There are some things that must be done on your own. So it's like there could be, this is an interesting message too. I feel like for some of you, if you're feeling like you're not getting the love that you want to have, also maybe looking at where you're not giving it to yourself. So are you maybe looking at this person to make you feel loved, but you don't give yourself that love? So there might be some deeper healing that you need to maybe do on your own. Others of you just feel like there's just like a disconnect. It's not like you're breaking up, or it just could be like going through a little bit of a struggle here. Yeah, 4 of Swords. Why aren't you resting? I just feel like you just might need to kind of like take a break, or not even take a break from the person, but I just mean like in general, like just some of you, it's like spending time apart. Like maybe you just need time, the both of you, to just kind of like cool down, heal, retreat, reflect, right? Do what you need to do. But I also feel like if you do go through any sort of like breakup or anything, then I feel like you're going to make it out the other side. Like you're going to make it through it. You're going to heal from this. You might have to kind of, you might be alone for a little while, or might kind of like do a lot of reflection on your own for a little while, but I don't feel like that's like the end for you, obviously. Like we have the 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, and it says it would take a hell of a lot more to defeat you. So again, it's like, it might be challenging what you go through, but I don't feel like it's like the end of things. Now, if you're in like a healthy relationship and one that's like going well, then I just like wouldn't even pay attention to this, unless you feel like there's something that you need to go through self-love wise, that could be coming up here for you. And just like healing that and reflecting on that. It'd be like a wound kind of that you notice is like coming up. Yeah, we have free yourself and trust. Time to take back control of your life. The situation is calling for you to have faith. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're going to be able to heal this relationship. It's not like it's that the relationship's doomed. I just think there's like wounds that are coming up either on your end or their end or both that are creating this disconnect in the relationship. And it's like needing to kind of both work on your things, and then you're going to be able to come back stronger together. And for some of you, like praying, affirmations, and visualizations will help kind of like bring your connection back together. So visualize what you want for the connection to help heal it and bring it together. And just trust that as you free yourself from your emotional things that you're dealing with or that are coming up for you, that like the relationship will improve and get better and go in a positive direction here. So that is what I got. That is what I have for the spring reading. It was a long one, but yeah, we are going to see what happens over the next couple months. It'll be interesting. I will be posting more pick-a cards as well. You guys can check out my podcast, The Wholehearted Healing with Jo. I've got 5 episodes. For some reason on YouTube, the first episode like goes in and out of being public versus private. So I've given up on trying to make it public all the time because I don't know why it does it, but it must be on YouTube's end. They just like are weird about it. But anyway, but yeah, so there's like 5 episodes up right now, so you guys can check that out if you haven't already. And then again, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help grow the channel, especially as I'm in a transition zone. So it helps kind of bring in new people and people who need these messages and people who need guidance. So make sure you do that. And yeah, so grateful for y'all to be here and be watching. And I'm excited to see where the next few months take us all. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next reading. Thank you so much. Bye.